Today we got this platform built. This is gonna hold our wood stove about 16 inches off the ground once the hearth is finished. So we beefed this up and we've got double 2x6s here. And this is where the legs of the wood stove are gonna sit. The wood stove weighs like 1,000 pounds. No, 600 pounds, 300 pounds. The wood stove is very heavy. So we're gonna have a nice good base so that we don't break the brick that we're gonna put onto the hearth. And then on top of that, we're gonna lay 3/4 inch subfloor, and then we'll do cement board on top of that, and then our brick.
We are focusing on the hearth, which may seem weird because we have no drywall or roughed in anything in the house. But the reason we're doing that is so that we can get the hearth done, the stove placed, so we know where our chimney pipe needs to go up into the roof, so that we can actually be officially done on the roof, making all the roof penetrations and all of that stuff before all the rain and the snow and ice come. So that's why we're focusing on the hearth right now. So our next steps are, we're gonna get the cement board down, and then we are actually gonna try our hand at bricklaying, which we've never done before. So that might be interesting. Hopefully,
it should be fine.
Hopefully it looks good and no one will be like, oh, I see it was your first time bricklaying. So that's the goal. So we'll see. But I think the brick we chose is really pretty. It's kind of like a red, purpley. There's some gold tones in it, some browns. I think it's actually going to be really cool. It's actually not brick. They're pavers for your yard, but we had a really hard time finding what we thought would work for this, and feels like a lot of pressure when you're like building your own house and you kind of feel like you have to get everything right the first time. So we'll see. I felt a lot of pressure choosing the brick, but I like this one.
Now that we have our cement board down, we laid out our bricks in the pattern that we want to do, so we know that it all fits. We know what our spacing between bricks will be.
So Jeff, how have we fine-tuned our process?
Well, we started out treating this like tile, which we've done plenty of tile. We haven't done a lot of bricklaying, and so we tried to use a notch trowel. But notch trowel doesn't work with regular mortar like it does with thin set mortar. So we've resorted to just back buttering each brick, getting it nice and peaked with about a 3/8 peak, and then we level it as we set it down and space it out.
So we're a little bit more than halfway. Our system has been working pretty well, and the brick is looking beautiful. We are on the last row getting these bricks on. It's looking pretty good. So Jeff, why are you doing those bricks on top of that?
It makes the front brick level with the brick behind it, as well as giving it a counterbalance so it doesn't droop in the front.
Cool.
And then what we'll do is we'll put the 6-foot level across the front to make sure that they're all in a straight line from end to end.
It's down.
It's not moving yet.
Right.
You got a picture up here?
How do you get them on the dolly?
We built it on the dolly.
Yeah.
We reassembled it on the dolly.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice and easy. 1, 2, 3. Try to move it forward. Okay. Down.
Okay.
Okay, maybe pull out one of those blackboards.
Okay.
So then we're going to go up again. Now, this time you're going to pull that ramp out.
Okay.
Doesn't look your platform.
Okay. And you're on the those.
Okay, so
Okay.
pull out another blackboard. Actually, yeah, it's still,
All the
well,
time.
let's do 2.
Okay.
That should get us down on the ground.
Okay.
Take the front bricks out. Okay, so let down on them. Okay.
Yeah, but Alan. Yeah,
Oh, Alan's brick is free.
yeah, mine's not.
So, hold on. Okay, so Alan, pull your brick out. Hold on to your brick.
Okay.
Hold your brick.
Yeah.
When I pull it, you're gonna pull it out.
Okay, good. Mountain. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Madeline, thank you. We got the wood stove up onto the hearth. That was challenging.
Yeah. No, it was a piece of cake.
It was a piece of cake.
Actually, nothing tragic happened. No one got hurt.
And
We didn't drop the stove or tip it backwards.
We were smart about it. We didn't break any bricks off of the hearth.
Yeah, so I think it was actually a great success, and it really took 15 minutes
Yeah.
from start to finish.
So it wasn't too bad,
No.
but it was very heavy. We tried a couple different ways to lift it. It didn't work, and we ended up just rolling it up the ramps.
Yeah.
So now it's time to get it installed, get the chimney installed. That seems like the easy part after getting the stove on there.
That's fine.
To start with, we've got our stove set on the hearth exactly where we want it. It is in between the truss bay for the chimney pipe, and it's in between the ridges on the standing seam roof.
Yes.
So we're good in our location. When we set up the hearth, we knew that we had to balance center of the standing seam, center of the trusses, and kind of center on this room as best we could.
Yeah.
So I think between all those things,
We're as centered as we can be.
yeah.
So, I mean, it maybe is, I think it's like 3 inches off, so.
And now you know. So our friends over at Lasku sent us this green laser, which is great. It does a 3-axis laser line, which is perfect because we can set a crosshatch on our chimney outlet, and then that will carry it directly up to the ceiling. So we can see X marks the spot. This is self-leveling, so we know that it's perfectly plumb with our perfectly level stove. And now we need to just go through the roof. It's
Okay.
always nerve-wracking making a hole in your brand new roof.
Oh, yeah.
We are trying to have as few roof penetrations as possible. So even to the point that I think our plumbing vent will go out one of the gable ends.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
yeah. So let's make a hole in the roof.
let's do it.
So to pipe our chimney to the outside, we've used the DuraVent products in the garage. We're gonna do that again here in the house. So let's see what's in the box. So this is the DuraVent up through the ceiling kit. They also have a through the wall kit, but we're not going through the wall. So we're gonna use the up through the ceiling kit. So there's a couple things that we'll use in this box and a couple things that we won't. One thing that we won't use is the instructions. So this is the insulation shield that keeps insulation out of our chimney box. This is the lovely roof flashing that you would use if you had a shake roof or a shingle roof, but because we have a metal roof, we are going to use a different style. So we won't use that. Chimney cap. We have the storm collar. It also comes with a couple different adapters from the pipe that's inside the house to the triple wall pipe that goes out through the attic space and through the roof. It has a beauty ring. This goes where the pipe meets the insulation pass-through box. More instructions. And screws. Always good to have screws. And this is the pass-through box that goes through the attic space. So our DVL adapter goes on this side, and our triple wall pipe goes on the inside. And it also has the trim piece for once we finish our ceiling. And that's what's in the box.
You can see the laser there on the metal cross piece. And it comes all the way down.
So 22.5 is the blocking that I need. Now, to drill a hole in the roof. So we have screws right here, And we have screws right here. And that hole is basically centered between those two screws. So that tells us that we are in a rib.
In between?
In between a rib.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Not in a rib. All right, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna install our DVL dual wall adapter right up here in the box. And then the part we don't wanna forget is this ring, because this is a little hard to put on after the fact. All right.
Okay, I was like, you just jumping on things.
Hey, it's gonna fit.
Yeah.
That's definitely gonna fit.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna hold that.
Okay.
I'm gonna extend it.
Okay. Jeez.
So you're gonna hold it.
I'm trying. Okay, go ahead. Oh my word.
There we go. Okay, so we're in. Okay. Now I put screws in there. Now I'm securing the pipe to all of its pieces. This is the Lascaux LG 3D laser. Comes with 2 rechargeable lithium-ion batteries. Each battery gives you 10 hours of continuous use. The batteries are charged with a USB-C connection, and they slide right into the bottom. The LG 3D has 2 different settings. You can do a manual setting, which you can set the axis that you want the laser to be on, or there's the self-leveling mode. What's nice about the self-leveling mode is that if you're beyond its ability to self-level, it'll flash and tell you that it can't self-level anymore. You can also select all 3 axes or any combination of the 3. The LG 3D gives you 3-axis, 360-degree layout. The bracket that comes with it mounts to the bottom of the laser, and it has 2 different size threads for mounting to a tripod. It has magnets where you can mount it to a metal surface and fine-tune your adjustment, as well as a screw hole where you can just mount it to a screw or a nail. The chill is in the air, and that means winter is almost here, which also means that Christmas is right around the corner. The LG 3D laser from Lascaux would make an excellent Christmas present for the DIYer in your life, or yourself. You can click our link in the description below that'll take you to our affiliate site for the Lasku laser. You can also use this coupon code for 10% off of your order. All right, time to cut another big hole in the roof. We drilled our pilot hole through the roof. We have our template. Put my centering gauge there. Now I'm gonna put some blue tape on the roof so I don't scar it up when I use the jigsaw. Actually warmed up a lot up here today. We ran out of 2-inch tape, so I'm using the small stuff, so try to just have it cover where I need it to, I guess. All right, now I gotta go get the jigsaw. Time to cut a hole. Oh, we are so close.
What is it?
I can't tell if I'm level.
Okay. It looks level. It's actually bring your end up a little bit. Like that.
So I don't have 2 feet above the ridge, so we're gonna have to do another section. All right, let's go get one more section.
This is the last piece of chimney going on. This one has to be tall to be well above the roof line.
I'm back with another pipe. All right, so we got the chimney all up and braced, all the flashing's done. Our chimney cap has to be 2 feet above the ridge line because we're within 10 feet of the highest point of the roof. So we had to add these supports to keep the snow from pushing our chimney over. All right, let's go start a fire. First fire.